Ah, he's gotten some new instruments. Hey buddy, here's another 10 galleons for your troubles. Bless him. Yeah, if you didn't notice, we actually... Oh, I can't wait for that. You'll get a one-man band going sooner or later.
Revelio.
Yeah, because if you don't remember, he actually... well, actually, you don't remember, I didn't get any footage of it. He was actually a chap that we came across and gave him some 10 galleons because of... just to be nice, really. He only had like one instrument. There we go. He only had one instrument. Now he has two after I gave him the 10 galleons. So now we might actually see him build an ensemble of instruments now. Which will be a nice touch. Just to see what you can do with it, really. It's probably upstairs, the item. Oh, this is the sweet shop.
Never knew butterflies were attracted to treasure. It's not one of beasts.
Aloha Mora.
So many locked doors. It's actually quite an ingenious design when you think about it. I know I said it was a bit of a stupid thing at the beginning, but that was just because I didn't know what to do with the freaking thing.
Revelio.
See what we get. A head item. Okay.
If things keep going as they are, well...
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
No, it doesn't. He's inside of his box, by the way. Have you noticed that? It's inside of his suitcase. Anywho, let's take some of the animals that we got
Come in.
into
Sorry,
Ellie's
there's a
place.
smell. New batch of toad-hide.
Yeah, I can see him back there. I've got some stuff to sell you. Okay, that's a female. It's a shiny as well. I'm definitely keeping that one. That's a male, and that's a female. I'll sell this one. Sell this one. Sell him. Sell him. There we go. And I'll keep the male and female Niffler to release into the room of requirements. I've got these two to put in there as well. Alright.
I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome.
Thank you, my dear. You have a pleasant day. Okay. I will go over to...
Revelio.
what's his name shop? The Quidditch shop. To sell him some items. Looked like an enemy there for a minute. Where is it? It's just past the pub, isn't it?
Appreciate you having a look.
A Cornish with the rest of a breathing basilisk.
Get your daily
Sister,
profit.
it's simply a silly mistake. Oh my god. We might actually have a basilisk in the game. Oh. Wouldn't that be great if they actually finally added it in though? That'd be so cool. Well, that's a shame. Didn't want to do that.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I have the knapsack on square because square's the one you immediately press afterwards. To capture them, it just makes it much faster. Got it. Some food for you, Lord. This is so fun. This takes, like, having a Tamagotchi to a whole new level, honestly. They actually come up to you for a feed and a stroke, bless them. A large magical toad with warts that are useful in potion making. Imagine a frog or a toad this big, it would eat you no problem. Straight up. So cute. Hey little buddy. I'll give you that. There you go. There we are. Some food for you. There we go. There we are. Give you some food. At least these take a little bit longer to grab. Don't want to have to keep coming in every 5 minutes just to get items from them. Oh, have I not fed you? There you go, bud. So cool how he eats. Finally, got some toad warts. Alright.
Revelio.
Okay, both the moon calves have been seen too. Yeah, you haven't eaten yet, have you? There you go. Nice. I could literally get lost in this vivarium all day, looking at all these animals, just doing their own thing. Okay, let's head on back in.
You should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
I am proud, Deke, thank you.
You made it.
I did. By the way, how did you sneak up on me? I was sleeping here so soundly.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way.
Oh yeah, my headset's busted. I can only hear out of my left ear. What the hell?
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time. Everyone's
Now I can hear him out of my right ear. What the fuck? That's weird. Hang on. Say something? No, it's still mostly out of my left ear.
My sister should be just inside.
Okay, I think I fixed the problem. I think my extension cord was just too deep into the controller. Very weird. Anywho, let's go see his sister, shall we? Is that classical music I hear?
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
Wow.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
What he's done?
sorry.
She's cursed. Wow, really, mate? He's just come to see her after so long, and then you just shush. You just. Alright, stop you screaming. Then you just shoo him away.
I'm
Come
sorry
on
you had to
now.
see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
Yeah. How was all that about then?
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault.
What is
It's nice
this
to meet you,
curse?
by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh dear, Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean
Why?
well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
The problem is this, some people can't understand these things. Sebastian knows you will get taken by this curse at some point, but he can't believe that, and he won't believe that. So really, giving him something to do to take his mind off of it is better than just, like, hammering it into him, like, oh, there's nothing you can do, like, that's it, like, you've got to make him feel like he can contribute to his sister in one way, shape or form. But he's made up his mind.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by.
So you're not going to tell me how
I
you were
wish you
cursed,
well.
why you were cursed, and what this curse is? Okay, fair enough. Very interesting conversation you've had with me, dear. Hogwarts is the same without you. Well, sharp is still as foul. You know what I mean. I hope you're feeling better, Sebastian. This is my potion kit, not yours. Leave my things be. And okay. The bird doesn't seem very appreciative of her brother, if you know what I mean.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
You know, you tearing his head off just for trying to help his sister isn't helpful either, mate.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
So you're kind of a half glass empty type of guy.
I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing
What?
to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
Look, this isn't like a terminal illness, for goodness sake. It's a curse. If you place a curse on someone, you can lift it. There is definitely a way of lifting a curse. You know that, and so do I. So the fact that you're so adamant on not even trying to find a way to lift the curse is kind of an insulting thing to your niece, don't you think? Plus, you're fraying the relationship between Sebastian and Anne, and that's not helpful for anyone. Hope can be a good thing.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope
Understandable.
you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Understandable, but if you keep pushing him the way you are, sooner or later it could come to a head where you could end up going to blows. I should know, I've seen it and experienced it firsthand. You're right, Sebastian.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
No need.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
Most likely metal.
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
Why not just get a hold of one of the loyalists and interrogate them? One of the more simpler ways of finding out what the curse was.
Dig through this rubble. Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it.
Protego!
Good wizard is a dead wizard in my book. Could do with a nice somewhere.
Alright.
Over here! No!
Confringo!
No!
I will make you pay.
Yeah, don't mind me, Sebastian. I'll take care of him.
Arrest them, momentum.
No! Rather unwise coming back this way. Why have you not run away?
Expelliarmus! Arrest them, momentum.
You've made your last mistake. How nice of you to stop. Nice try. Why can't I hit you?
Magic. That's why you can't hit me.
Really not very good at this,
Arrest
are
them,
you?
momentum.
You will regret coming here. Seems quiet.
Where the fuck? I threw that miles away.
Lucky, that's all.
Yeah, keep filling me with stupefy, mate. I need it. Sebastian, are you actually helping me, or are you just letting me? Oh, what the fuck was that? No! I love that scream. No! You alright there, bud? I can do that too. The pulse is not the best spell, but I do love it when I get to push people.
Oh, little moon calf, far from home. You will
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
It's fine. I've dealt with goblins before, and plenty more than that.
This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone would be hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
They were trying to hide something.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
Interesting. What's this?
I've heard goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more.
That metal most of the trolls and the others were wearing, is that what they were digging for? A specific type of metal to home with their dark magic?
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian! I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean?
You've seen it?
When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
Revelio.
Portrait.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor. Hundreds of years ago.
Oh, is this Rackham's house?
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers?
And let me guess,
Like in
she was a
Quidditch?
Slytherin.
And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can
That's right.
see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply
Oh,
strewn
what the
about.
fuck?
Tells me they're after something bigger.
Ow, what? What hurt me? Oh, Devil's Snare. Oh, didn't even see it there. It is my second week in the camp. More arrive each day. The Muggle doctors and even some of our own healers are doing all that they can for them. The grief is palpable. The ones who have survived the plague are forever damaged by their loss. A fever may pass. A fever may pass. The skin may mend and scar, but devastating sorrow remains. I saw a man much like my father who had lost a child. I couldn't bear it. I longed to give him some shred of relief. I'm begging to think that the others are wrong. I have the power to help these souls. It seems arbitrary not to help them as it would be to rid them of their torment.
A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
Like, I can understand where she's coming from. She wants to get rid of pain, but I feel like it's going to go so far to her head that she'll just racked with power in a certain sense. She'll just be drunk by it. I travelled here to learn, but long to help. My internal struggle is overwhelming. It's as though the magic wants to heal, and I am the one preventing it from doing so. Should I lose hope? Will I forever regret not having done more? I cannot look into their eyes, knowing that I could lessen the burden of heartache. I saw the man leaving camp today, the one so reminded me of my father. Who so reminded me, sorry. Surely it wouldn't hurt to help him. I could further my research, of course, but that would be a fortuitous consequence of doing something good with this ability.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
Revelio.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Revelio. Revelio.
You're not going to believe
mirror.
this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
What? You can see the Undercroft?
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true.
It's the same as blinking and breathing. We don't know how to do it,
is that my
but it
ability
just
allows me to travel through these
happens.
windows.
Evolution.
Wait. We can get straight to the undercroft.
Like we just do it without
from here.
noticing.
Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come.
I feel like
I'm
Ominous is
tempted to
going to be an
hold my
annoying
breath.
little shit. I feel like Ominous is just going to be an annoying little shit that's just going to get on our way and try and stop us at every way, shape or form just because he's jealous that I'm hanging around with his best mate. Honestly. Anyway, into the Undercroft we go. We're back.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
Well, well. Another possible Merlin trial? Sorry, not a Merlin trial. A Keeper's trial. We have to find these pages. We found one portrait. And a map.
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
It's a rune diagram. This is the ancient magic room we've been seeing. But what is everything else on here? This kind of looks like a time turner. The one that McGonagall gave Hermione at the end of the first year. It's how she was able to make up half her classes.
Anything helpful in the note?
No.
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the Keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not?
The Chamber of Secrets.
Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out.
Oh, no, it's not a
I had
scriptorium.
no idea our visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did.
What if the
I'll be in
curse...
touch. Till then.
What if the curse is actually based around the idea that the goblins basically just cursed her with her pain of like losing her parents? Because obviously they're living with the uncle now. So maybe they just used her own pain against her and turned it into a curse.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbarton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Naughty. You aren't about doing something you shouldn't, my dear. Alright, I'm down for that. This class looks so beautiful.
And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Tarot cards. I wouldn't put much faith in their wisdom. Hey, Amy.
Ladies.
Professor Shah.
God, she looks brilliant.
Astronomy is not divination.
I love her
You won't
attire.
find
The
mysteries
clothing
of the
looks
cosmos
brilliant.
Charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas,
Have you ever
the
been
heavens
to an
remain
Indian
hazy
wedding?
to
Some of the most colourful,
starry-eyed.
beautiful
Now,
weddings
if
I've
you
ever
were to
seen.
devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
Brilliant. Get to look at all the lovely stars.
still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
He looks so surprised all the time, bless him.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
Don't worry, Zamit. I got it. There we go. Gorgeous, isn't it?
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Better put on a coat
didn't
then.
Stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear?
Yes, Professor.
Dismissed.
Everyone's rushing to get back inside. I'm the only one with a coat on.
Hello again. Brilliant class, wasn't it? I prefer astronomy over potions, don't you? Of course, we Ravenclaws tend to do well in any class.
Ah, that's stereotyping.
Hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
Oh, well, that's kind of you. Thank you.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have.
Of course I haven't. I don't have one.
All personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Okay. Finally get a mission with a meet for once. Nice. Is Adelaide here?
As long as I could.
I want to be able to talk to her about her uncle.
The constellations are beautiful. Not sure they're worth dying of a cold for, but they are beautiful.
Well, hard to believe, but these lights we're seeing are actually blazing balls of fire of asteroids and basically stars just blowing up, and we're just now seeing the light of them travelling through space throughout the light years that they're trying to get to us. And then when a star dies, that's apparently when the explosion ends. When it catches up to us in light years, that is.
Not sure what you can learn from these astronomy tables that you can't learn from a cup of tea leaves.
Well, dear, the difference between a star and a cup of tea leaves is that you can find your way with stars out in the open and out in the wilderness, but a couple of blacked out tea leaves are just going to do one thing: make you look like a crazy person looking in the middle of the teacup. You're probably the type of person that would look at a star sign and think that just bases everyone's personality off of it. Well, I'm afraid no, darling, because that's not how it works. Fuck me.
Amit thinks
How
he
are
knows
you, Arthur?
everything. Even told me he can speak gobbledygook. Sounded like gibberish to me.
Revelio.
Can I look through this? I've only got 5 guides left.
I had heard about these odd stone tables out in the Highlands. Perhaps that's what Professor Shah was talking about.
Hey, Gareth.
I tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. Lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope? It's a dog, isn't it?
Yes. Well, there's quite a couple of dogs up there. I need to go down, don't I? Yeah, I do.
Confringo.
Yeah, only 4 more guides to find now.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
It's tiny. Oh, another one. Oh, it's not another one, sorry. It's 66
A
Watsons.
pristine night.
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial, of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
I believe I do, yes.
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar, the other is mere lunacy.
Well, the difference between divination, astrology, and astronomy and runes, two you can learn from, whilst the other one is just plain gobbledygook. I mean, with runes, they're more about learning from the past, in a certain sense. You learn through a particular set of people's cultures through their runes and their writings and their cultural practices. In a way, that's a piece of our history, basically. I'd like to take up runes class here if I was at Hogwarts. It'd be so interesting just to see how it all pans out, really. But astronomy is more of the study of the stars and the cosmos, whilst astrology is more about planets, I believe. But yeah, it's all interesting, really.
You mentioned astronomy tables earlier, in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs across the countryside. They are ideal for studying constellations near and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing. Sadly,
cool.
They have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
Well, I don't think that's the case, because if you still use them, then they're still serving a purpose, no?
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
I mean, in the north of Scotland, it's nice to see some stars, if it wasn't for all these freaking clouds. What a nice touch, though. You can actually see the clouds moving. It's just the small little touches that they've added into this game. It's brilliant. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm trying to see if I can actually find Ursa Major and Ursa Minor here. That one there. Ooh, that kind of looks like Scorpio slightly. Like this little line here. Or that could be the Big Dipper actually, I'm not so sure. Anywho. Let's go talk to a mate. Is that Peeves?
The perfect night for... Oh, hello again.
Hey, mate. You alright?
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
Alright, let's go.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we? They are forever discovering new moons and stars. In fact, they discovered a new planet just 50 years ago.
Yeah, it's kind of similar how each one kind of goes hand in hand with each lesson you have, like how in like Roman mythology most of the planets are actually named after Roman gods, like Mars, god of war, Venus, god of love, so on and so forth, and all that. It's all interesting, really.
Actually, that's all I wanted to know.
Oh, very well then. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not this close to school. I mean,
Lumos.
It's a shame I don't actually know the spell. Like, I wish we could learn the spell for the spiders. What was it? Aranya Exime? Something like that. Is this the table? Oh, I've seen these tables around. I have no idea what you use them for, though.
Revelio. Lumos.
Oh.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view. We will be able to fill out our star chart.
Lyra.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
You stay safe, Amit. Cool. Now I can actually interact with those now. Find astronomy tables. Oh, I actually have a challenge done now.
Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
It kind of looks like what a Jedi's lightsaber end would look like on the handle. This actually fits the wood very well. But for some reason, I just love the eagle on the end here, or the owl. I'm not so fond about the thing here. Like, if they had the owl on, like, this one, or this one, that would just make it perfect. I would use that one-handed all the time. I kind of like this. I kind of like this handle. It fits it perfectly. Yeah, I'm using it. I'm using it.